So I was on the London Underground one day and there was a discarded art section in a newspaper. And the article was talking about a British pop artist, a female British pop artist whose work had been rediscovered in a barn after a long period of time. And it was going to be shown for the first time in 30 years at the Barbican. When I seen the art, I just thought it was incredible. It was just, it was great stuff. It's just great work. And I thought it should be well known. 20 odd years go by and I started writing and I wrote a little play about it, about Pauline Boty.
I am the 60s. You just didn't realise. This is London. I am art. You just overanalysed. You're all just catching up.
My world's not that world, my world's construction. Do you know what I mean? But always had a interest in pop culture, right from an early age. So always interested in that, books, art, music, clothes.
I'm all there on the canvas. Come in, closer still. You'll see magic if you open your eyes.
Pauline Boty was a British pop artist who died in 1966 at the age of 28. And she just had a baby in the March and she died in the July of 1966. So the piece is set in the hospital room with Pauline reflecting back on her life with collage thoughts of the entertaining life that she'd had. It was just travelling too fast, you know what I mean? Things that are happening in life and stuff like that. Because I always read books and I was interested in stuff, so I always felt like there was more to just going to construction or wanted to write for myself predominantly and write about things that I wanted to write about. Obviously knew Mark Baxter and Lee Cogswell and they were making some interesting films on people like Pauline who probably didn't get their dues and I wouldn't say niche subjects, but people that, God, that's a great story. Mark had heard the radio play, liked it and said, let's have a cup of coffee. And it was just a real slow burn and I'd been in touch with Bridget Boty, Pauline's sister-in-law. So we went down there and had a chat with Bridget and she was open to an interview and that's how it started. Bridget, what were your first impressions of the Boty family when you first met them?
They're a funny family.
She is the essence of 60s pop art.
And she was very striking, very beautiful.
Her great pop art paintings came a year later.
I think my favourite's probably the one that's in the take, the only blonde in the world.
She was a feminist. That's what I liked about her.
You should be talking about Pauline Boty when you talk about pop art. She should always be in the same sentence as Warhol, Blake. She is an absolute innovator.
Then I met Natalie Gibson, who started tutoring at St Martin's Art College in 1964 and still does it to this day, and who Natalie doesn't know from the 60s to the present day in the world of art and culture in London, it's not worth knowing. So she introduced me to so many different people or helped me and helped us in so many different ways, So the blue plaque thing for Pauline Boty came about because same thing, it was like English Heritage had a campaign about they didn't have enough blue plaques representing women in London. So I thought, well, Pauline Boty would be a good subject for a blue plaque in London. So I did my research, put in an application to English Heritage, and infuriatingly, that they came back and said that our profile wasn't high enough and I should come back, instead of the normal 10 years, come back in 5 years. So I suppose that's part of making the film as well, to raise the profile of Pauline Boty. English Heritage knocked us back to the plaque, so we decided Mark had done a plaque for Tubby Hayes before, and we knew a foundry, so we got our own plaque made and found a location where Pauline lived in Addison Avenue, knocked on the door there and asked the guy if we could put the plaque up. We did on the 1st of July 2023, and it was a great success. Peter Blake, Celia Burkwell, Natalie Gibson, loads of other luminaries came along.
We were very close friends, and we were in a film together that Ken Russell made, and I was in love with her, deeply in love with her.
Then we all went to the pub with Peter Blake, so it was fantastic. point of making the film on somebody like Pauline Boty is because I want her to be remembered by a good documentary film and her place put back in the 1960s British history, art history. Because I think even to this day, she still lives in the periphery of that. Do you mean in a small, very small world of art people? And I want her to go popular culture because it's pop art.